Good evening. Welcome back to DGOT News, week 3. Hopefully we found our groove last week. It felt like we did. So got Nico and Mike with me. We're gonna go through the normal set of topics here. We've got some new releases that we're gonna talk about that we watched, any older movies that we watched, some upcoming movies, and then go through some news and headlines. And if we have any questions from the listeners at the end, we'll touch on those. So starting off, new releases. Saw a couple this week. Nico, you saw one, I believe.
I'm actually going to go see the second one tonight after we get done.
There you go. I know you had a unique experience with the first one, so let's talk about it first. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. Miasma. They say it like 3 different ways in the movie, so I actually don't know how to say it. But I was looking forward to it because highest rated horror movie of the year on Rotten Tomatoes, which all that means is they liked it. It's not saying it's the best movie of the year. It's just more people liked it. Higher percentage of critics liked it. And I thought it was good. It's my second Jane Schoenbrunn experience. I saw the TV Glow as the first, and I didn't really care for that one. Like I liked parts of it. I liked several parts of it. But I thought that the messaging that they were trying to convey was kind of lost. It was convoluted, too much going on, a little too abstract, so it weighed it down.
And it's also just not for us either, to be fair.
You said that last week, and yes and no. Because
I feel that way.
I think that particular struggle is unique to a specific demographic, but I think everybody can relate to wanting to find your place, getting to know yourself and being true to yourself. That's universal, but I definitely understand what you're saying as well. Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. I thought, okay, from what I know about it, we're just getting a straightforward slasher. Hell yeah. It's not that.
Not that at all, really.
Let me start off by saying I liked it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. But I texted you as soon, actually it wasn't as soon. I walked out to my truck and I sat in my truck for a good 5 minutes to collect my thoughts. And I texted you, Nico. I said, I have no idea what the fuck I just watched. I don't know what it was about. I don't know what was going on. I was lost. After thinking about it, what I landed on was, number one, the movie looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it looks phenomenal. I like the visual choice that they made with having the backgrounds be oil paintings.
Yeah, while real life was in front of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that looked so cool, so unique. And then looking it up, because I was skeptical about that. Watching the movie, there was parts of me like, is this AI? But after looking into it, there was no AI. It was all practical. It's like those were actual hand-drawn or hand-painted backgrounds. That's phenomenal filmmaking. I respect.
Props.
Also, I like how exaggerated and absurd parts of the movie was. It's like they're kind of poking fun at the genre without malicious intent. It's like having fun and highlighting the things that make horror ridiculous at times, especially throughout the years in the 80s and stuff like that. And so I get the messaging too, but the route that we took to get there lost me more than a few times.
Because you're watching 2 different movies inside of a movie, like over and over.
Yeah. And so part of me was like, okay, so this is like the Final Girls concept where they're in a movie, and then it's, that's happening. It's very meta at times. I don't know. I like to think that I have solid media literacy skills, but a good chunk of most of this movie flew right over my head. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing to have to think about a movie, but when you think about it to the point it makes your head hurt, it's like, oh man, that was exhausting. I was more exhausted thinking about the movie afterwards than I was watching it. Watching the movie, I had a fun time. It's entertaining. I recommend it. What about you, Nico? What was your experience like, and then what you think of
it? So Sunday I drove back from my mom's house. I was like, I'm gonna go see a movie. I'm gonna go see Camp Miasma finally. We got in. No, Dustin, the funny thing about the power went out at the theater because we was like, damn, this movie is dark. Again, it's dark as hell in here. We can't see shit no more. But it literally cut like right as the opening credits rolled, like right when when the movie cuts to Hannah, I need to pull up the IMDb. Our lead actress, like when she's sitting in her car and it zooms in on her, that's literally where it cut off. So I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, so the power went out, and then we just went home. So I went back the next night to watch it, and so I went back the next night to watch the movie again, and I'm right there with you. There's some stuff I definitely was very confused about. Little Death, I think is what the villain's name was. That's in the bottom of the lake, and there's a scene where Little Death is walking around naked, and he's popping videos in, and it's just getting sucked into the air and sucked through the holes and stuff. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this stuff. Like, it's kind of just freaky and bizarre. But hey, cool. I did read a lot of TikTok comments about it. I watched some explanation videos, and I thought one of the really cool TikTok comments I read was like, I think one of the most powerful parts about the movie was just we can acknowledge the problems from like 80s slashers and 80s horror movies. We can understand the problems with them, but still, appreciate like how they molded us and like how they changed us and like how they resonated with us. And I really like that. And I just want to give a big props to Gillian Anderson. I really haven't seen what she's in, but RIP to Dolly Parton. I really thought she was like doing a Dolly Parton impression, like with her voice. And I thought Gillian Anderson was great. So was Hannah Einbender. I think that's how you say her name as well. She was great as well. What about that Zoom call, Dustin?
Yeah.
I think she might have lost her funding after that one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But in my letterbox review, the only thing, like, if somebody were to ask me, like, what I thought the movie was about was this confused, obsessed filmmaker needs to, like, disassociate to have an orgasm, like find her sexual identity. Like, that's what I got from the movie. That's what I got from it mostly. I know there's more underlying themes and all that, but that's, like, if you were asking me, like, the general basic story, that's what I would say, like, what the movie's about.
So I looked up, like I said, I had to do some research, collect my thoughts. Little Death, Le Petit Mort is French, and it's a phrase, it translates to the little death, and it's a phrase commonly associated with orgasm. And so little death represents sexual desire, fear, loss of control, the subconscious, and in that moment when you surrender rather than analyzing what you're feeling. So okay, that got it, cool. And then as far as her reaching orgasm and killed at the same time, sex equals little death. It's about, from what I gathered, where'd it go here? She embraces little death. She spends the movie trying to understand herself through horror until she finally stops analyzing horror and allows horror to help her experience her true self. Cool, man. I thought we were getting a slasher.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't dislike the movie. I liked it. I would recommend it. It was entertaining, but you're going to have to be smarter than me to grasp it all on your first watch, I think, without looking it up. All right, so that's Camp Miasma. Going on to the second new release that I saw was Insidious Out of the Further. Nico, you said you're going to go watch it tonight. I'm not going to spoil anything. This is just what I said on Letterboxd. If you're a fan of the franchise, you may love it. If you are kind of on the fence about the franchise, I don't think that this one's the one that's going to win you over. If you don't like the franchise, I think you'll hate the movie. I'm not really a fan of, I wouldn't say that I hate the franchise, but I thought this movie was awful. Like, it completely relies on jump scares and the gross / uncomfortable optics to make you feel uncomfortable and draw tension. There's a lot of mouth stuff. There's a lot of eye stuff. And I just think it was awful. And then I thought the story was pretty weak and predictable. And after I haven't seen all the franchise. Nico, you mentioned that last week. You're right. I haven't. I've only seen, I think, 4 now. This is dead last for me. I did not like it. It was completely unnecessary. Felt like a cash grab all the way around.
It is getting properly shat upon on the internet. So.
As it should. I mean, it's the kind of sequel that I've been complaining about for years now on this
Yeah.
show. You
Yeah.
have an existing IP that's had success in the past. How
Yeah.
can we get more money out of this? Let's do it.
I really like. I don't mind sequels. I feel like sequels need breaks. Like in a franchise, like give it some time. We really shouldn't just make movies because we have the IP, man. Like, let's come to the table with a really good story. And I know everyone thinks you have a good story, but like, shit, man.
Well, I mean, some of these, like this sequel, really the only connective tissue is Lin Shaye, and
See, that's
you've
the
got
thing.
the Further, which is where Patrick Wilson's character and his family went in the last one, or I guess in every movie. So that's your connective tissue to the franchise. Other than that,
Okay.
it's pretty
Yeah.
new. Like the premise of this one is a pretty new premise. I think that I may have even enjoyed it more if it wasn't called Insidious Out of the
Yeah.
Further. Like,
Yeah. I have movies like
present
that
it
too.
as a new movie, a new installment, something completely unrelated, and present this exact same movie, I may enjoy it more. But you're already starting behind the eight ball with me because I had an idea, I had a preconceived notion going in that this is a cash grab, and those feelings were confirmed when I watched the movie. So
Yeah. It's the Halloween 3 trick. If you just call that movie Season of the Witch,
yeah.
probably not shat upon. But because
yeah.
you called it Halloween 3, people want to see Michael fucking Myers, man.
And then mild spoiler, it has nothing to do with the story. Their whole marketing tactic with this, you go to Regal, I think AMC may be doing it too, but the popcorn bucket for this movie is the red-faced demon, the Darth Maul looking fella. Barely in the movie. Has nothing to do with the story, is only in the movie for a split second at the end in the third act. And so that even furthers what I'm saying. Like, you're only doing this to trick people and to get money. Your whole marketing strategy for this is, oh, we got this cool popcorn bucket for a character that has nothing to do with this story.
Yeah.
There is a different villain in this movie. So it didn't work. But
you guys go to the theater a lot. What's the deal with the popcorn buckets?
People collect them.
Okay. I mean,
it's
like a lot of the big creators, like if you look behind them, they got a whole wall full of them.
It's capitalism at its worst is what it is. I mean, not every movie needs a crazy popcorn
That's my
bucket.
point. That's my point, I think.
So,
but if people buy them, it's not really a problem.
Yeah,
I mean, if people want to collect them.
I'm faulting them. I'm not faulting the people that make the popcorn buckets. Stop buying the popcorn buckets for movies like Insidious Out of the Further. Because you're lying to yourself if you say that I love that movie. I want every piece of merchandise that is available based on that movie. The movie's not good. And then even if you do like the movie, paying $40 for that bucket, that's just like, brother, there's better things you can spend your money on. GTA 6 is coming up. Save that cash.
Is it though?
It is confirmed.
The game's coming out too, baby. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. All right, so that's Insidious Out of the Further. I didn't like it. Nico, you're going to see it tonight, so if you want to touch on it next week on the news, just let us know your thoughts.
Real quick, did you like this more or less than The Red Door?
Okay, so you dropped off when I said that. I've only seen 4 of the movies in the franchise now. 1, 2, The Red Door, and this one. I have this one dead last of the 4.
Okay.
Did not like it. Hardly, if anything, worked in the movie for me.
Yeah, I've seen on TikTok where the movie, like in the third act, or it might have been the whole second half, is basically like a generational trauma movie.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But I'm going to see it tonight, so I'll touch back.
Cool.
I'll speak on it briefly next week.
All right. So moving on to movies that were not released this week. I watched a couple of previously released horror movies this week. Mike, you watched one. Why don't you go ahead and go? What did you watch this week?
Well, I have not seen Halloween 2007 since we did it for this show, like in full. Well, we watched 2 at your house, right? Not 1, just 2. Okay, all right. So I haven't seen it since we did it for the show, and I was listening to another creator's review about it, and I was like, I really need to revisit this just because I fucking can. Okay, and man. I am fully blinded by nostalgia because I've explained that story on this show a billion times. I'm not going to do it again. But the movie holds its place for me. Scout is a really good Laurie Strode, though, fellas. That was my takeaway. Like, I'm like, I really think she doesn't phone it in. She's really good. I think Danielle Harris is good. I will say I stand by what I said, though, and the reason I revisited is because it actually came out in August, which we talked about on the episode. Which, like, why the fuck did you do that? But anyway, um, I'll just say that after a revisit, didn't move in my rankings, didn't really do anything other than make me really appreciate Scout and Danielle's performances and Tyler Main, which shout out to Tyler Main battling cancer right now as well. So tough time for him for sure. It looks like he's doing much better though. And so all that was in my head. And so I was like, I'm gonna revisit it. My biggest takeaway is that I wish Rob had gotten the Friday franchise, not Halloween. That style would have fit Jason Voorhees so much fucking better, man.
Yeah.
God. That was my takeaway.
I can agree with that for sure.
But Jason already has kind of a backstory, so what would he do?
Yeah, he does. But I feel like
retelling.
you could dive deeper if you were Rob. I mean, who wouldn't want a slutty trailer trash Pamela Voorhees?
Pamela gets picked up at Circle K.
Hey, I'll tell you what though. The first 8 minutes of that movie's fucking hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. Crying shit.
The funny thing is, I saw where like Rob Zombie like told William Forsythe like to get even meaner and raunchier with Sherry Moon, like in the opening.
Oh,
he's like, no, talk to her meaner, get nastier. It's like, damn, all right.
Say all the things that I've held in over the years.
Last thing I'll add is if you ever read the original script that got leaked about 6 months before the movie came out or whatever it was, don't read that. Rob, get you a writer, buddy.
Nah, Rob, give us a new movie.
Yeah, I'm down for a new Rob.
What was his last movie? The Munsters?
Yeah.
I liked it.
I like the Munsters. Okay,
it's fun.
Yeah,
It's complete.
I'll take it one day.
I think I can't remember. I think I may have put it on the calendar for October. I can't remember.
Oh, that would be fun.
But,
yeah.
You got a ghost story right now.
Oh,
you might change it by then. I don't know.
But it's just such a change of pace for Rob Zombie. We're used to seeing the rated R, borderline NC-17 language from Rob Zombie. This is the Monsters is a kids movie, so it was fun.
Range.
As for movies that I watched this past week, the other night, I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I'm getting over a little bit of a upper respiratory infection. I was a little sick, under the weather. So the other night, 2 days ago, I was just looking for something to watch, and I'm on Netflix, and I saw a movie called Sleepwalkers, 1992, Stephen King. I'd never seen it, so I was like, oh yeah, why not? That movie was insane. I just randomly clicked play on it. It was insane. It was peak late 80s, early 90s B horror. It's like all the things that you expect out of a not blockbuster Stephen King movie you get in that movie. It wasn't good, like quote unquote good, but I was never bored with it. And so I'm not mad I watched it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I'm probably going to pick that movie one day. There's parts of it that I think Nico's going to be super frustrated with. There's parts of it that I think Mike will have a lot of fun with because of how campy and silly it is at times. Like, I liked it. But my biggest takeaway, I told Nico, Machen Amick, I think was her name. Her name's spelled Madchen, but I saw that it's pronounced Machen. Brother, she might be the most attractive final girl in horror movie history. Holy cannoli.
Hey, that's a bold take.
Dude, I sent you that clip when she first appears on screen in the movie.
She's beautiful.
She's dancing in a movie theater. Brother.
Jessica Biel in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Whew.
I'll take Machen. I can't help it.
I can't fault you.
She's up there. But anyway, perving out aside, I thought the movie was it was fun. And like I said, wasn't good, but I wasn't bored with it. I had fun with it. The other movie that I watched, speaking of women that I think are just absolutely beautiful, I finally got around to watching Malevolent. Oof. 2018's Malevolent with Florence Pugh, who I love, and
Scott Chambers.
Friend of the show, Scott Chambers. That movie was boring
as fuck.
I mean, the premise, when you think about what the story actually is. You got fake. This isn't a spoiler. This movie came out almost a decade ago. You got fake paranormal hunters, and turns out they're not fake, and there's some real bad stuff going on that they uncover. The story gets predictable, it gets convenient at times. It also feels very derivative of movies that we've seen hundreds of times before. I didn't like it. I gave it a 2 out of 5. Florence was hands down the highlight of the movie. Like, I'm a fan of Scott, you're a fan of Scott. We love Scott. This isn't a knock to him, but Florence Pugh's acting in that movie is almost like, you seen that meme of the Bugatti parked outside the trailer? It's like that was Florence Pugh's acting in this movie. It's like, what are you doing here? But she was also younger at the time, not as well known, so I get it. But yeah, Malevolent, I was going to pick that Once Upon a Time, just sight unseen. I was going to pick it and have my notes be my first time watch. I'm glad I didn't. I probably won't pick it now. So if you've seen that movie and you like it, respect. It just wasn't for me. But all right, moving on to upcoming movies in the theater this week. We got Buddy. I know we're looking forward to that one. Nico went to a Scream Unseen at AMC recently, hoping that it was Buddy, right?
It was. That's what the AMC Scream Unseen was this past Monday.
But didn't you go like a couple weeks ago hoping it was that?
Yeah, and It Ends.
It Ends, yeah. So Buddy's one that I'm looking forward to, from Roadside Attraction. I tell you what, Roadside Attractions and Saban Films, they put out some sneaky decent movies. So yeah. I'm looking forward to it. The concept of it, yep. And Kristen Milotti, yep. Big fan of hers. I just rewatched Palm Springs recently, so I will be seated for that one. The other one I put a question mark in the rundown here. It Ends, which you just mentioned. It's coming out this week, or is it? Like,
it is at my theater.
It is, but then I looked it up and I was like, because we're only getting like 10 p.m. showtimes, and which is odd because it's Neon, right? Yeah, it's Neon. So like usually Neon releases here at the theater I go to in Knoxville, the Regal. They get pretty decent showtime. So I saw only one showing per day at 10 o'clock. So then I went to the IMDb page, and that movie apparently technically released in December of last year, I guess, a limited release. I don't know. So it's weird. If you can make it to see It Ends, go for it. I'm going to try. I'll be in Tallahassee this weekend, so I won't see it this weekend. Hopefully it's still showing when I get back on Monday. But
hopefully you got some better times than that.
Yeah, I think I looked, and I think on Monday they moved it to like a 8:30 p.m. showtime. So I'll try to
That's manageable.
Cutting into my Monday Night Raw time, but that's fine.
Is that what they call it now? Oh, you're talking about wrestling. Never mind.
Wrestling. Yeah, it is what they call it. It's what they've called it since 1993, pal.
Oh, okay.
The longest running weekly episodic television show in history. All right, so moving on to the news and notes, the headlines of the week. Some unfortunate news today. I really don't want to keep doing this every week on the show, but second week in a row that we've had a tragic passing in the horror genre. Tim Curry, who, of course, is most people's Pennywise. I think that it's kind of like the Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger Joker argument. A lot of people love Skarsgård, but Tim Curry was their Pennywise. Passed away today as we're recording this, or I think it says yesterday, but I think the news broke today maybe. But 80 years old, same age as Dolly Parton. Rest in peace to both of those legends. So
absolutely.
Tim Curry also in Scary Movie, also in Rocky Horror Picture Shows. Just a lot of credits on his IMDb. It looks like 393 acting credits. So,
dude, when Home Alone 2 comes around this Christmas, Catherine O'Hara's dead. He's dead. Golly, there's the Bird Lady died this year too.
Yeah, she died this. Yeah, that's AKA Maggie from Angels in the Outfield.
Another horror movie that Tim Curry was in was from Fuzz on the Lens, Stream, that came out a couple years ago.
Won't see it. Unfortunately for him, will not be seeing that one. But
is there a particular reason why, Dustin?
Fuzz on a Lens. So anyway, moving on here. What's our next headline?
Yeah, rest in peace to Tim Curry, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. we got our first look at Sarah Paulson as Aileen Wuornos in Monster: The Lizzie Borden Story. That premieres September 20th on Netflix. There was a trailer they dropped as well. I did check out the trailer again today. I mean, it's a little bit of a teaser one, sort of, I guess, but we've kind of gone, not anti-trailer on this show, but like, trailers are so revealing now. Like, I don't know. It didn't show too much. These monster shows, we talked about them on here too. I'm conflicted on those. I thought Sarah Paulson nailed the part. Like, I think looks like Eileen Wuornos, but it was very interesting just to see that they're covering another killer in this way, that they keep choosing to do that. I mean, I love Sarah Paulson as an actor. I just think it's interesting that we just like give an alternate perspective, at least in my opinion. Like the Ed Gein one was terrible.
I never watched it.
Ed Gein one's terrible. The Dahmer one is really good, but you could argue, if you wanted, I'm not going to. We covered Dahmer, but you could make the argument if you wanted that it kind of casts Jeffrey in a sympathetic light.
Yeah.
Can't keep sipping that Gatorade, bro.
And not only that, like we mentioned when we were covering Dahmer, just the liberties that they took with the story, the insensitivity to the victims' families.
Correct.
Not really a fan of the show either, but
buddy, it's worse than Ed Gein. It's so bad.
Let me ask y'all something though, because you're definitely bigger true crime buffs than I. Eileen Wuornos is not Lizzie Borden. What is she doing there?
I don't know how they're connected.
I'm trying to figure out how they're connected too, brother.
I mean, in Dahmer they had Gacy too for the first couple minutes of one episode.
Yeah, and so they kind of made it seem like one inspired the other or whatnot. I'm curious to see if this is going to be a similar. I don't know. I was confused when I saw the headline.
Lizzie Borden was killing people during like Civil War era, dog. I don't understand the connection. At least, yeah.
Eileen was visited by the ghost of Lizzie Borden.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's going to be so silly.
There we go.
God, I don't like it.
I mean, that's how Ryan Murphy does a lot of things, though. I mean, in Hotel and American Horror Story, he's got a bunch of serial killers who just meet up.
Yeah.
Now, technically, Lizzie Borden was found not guilty back in the day. So,
I actually don't know much about Lizzie Borden. I haven't listened to anything about her, so I don't know.
All right. What we got next?
Yeah, so I saw Cooper Tomlinson. He shared this on his Instagram stories. I thought this was awesome. We just reviewed this movie. Obsession becomes our first original movie of the 2020s to gross $500 million worldwide. That, just that was one of the not main reasons, but one of the reasons that I gave that movie a 10 last week. Like, I'm just so proud of what that movie is accomplishing. Like, we got all these unknowns and they just dropped a banger of a movie, and that's really impressive. The first original movie of the 2020s to make over 500 million. That's incredible. And so shout out to them. I'm super excited to meet Cooper and Megan at Scaradise and just see what their future holds for them.
Yeah.
Maybe this kind of success will give studios that green light to do more of these movies.
Hopefully.
Take a chance.
I just can't imagine they ever thought that.
No chance.
I think they knew they had something that would do well, kind of a cult classic or one that would gain a lot of popularity, but nothing like this. I mean, it's everywhere. And we had some controversial opinions, by the way. I was informed. Oh, well, what can you do?
Well, speaking of, I have no segue. Yellow Jacket season 4. Yellow Jacket season 4 premieres November 20th on Paramount Plus. Have you guys watched Yellow Jackets? Seasons 1 through 3 are on Paramount Plus now. It's got a 7.7 rating on IMDb. Melanie Linsky is in it. Shout out to Sweet Home Alabama. But also Jasmine Savoy Brown.
Not her, but
Miss Meeks and your girl Sophie Thatcher are in the show. So
Christina Ricci's in it too.
Oh, is she?
I'm pretty sure she's in Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, she is. So surprised you haven't watched that, Nico.
You know me, man. I just don't. It's hard for me to get into shows these days.
It is for
I
me
think it is.
too.
I think it's for all of us, really.
It's tough to sit down and watch a full on thing, man. And the way they're released, I think, has a lot to do with it. Like, I like releasing them all at the same time, but it makes me harder to get into a show. I will tell you that because it seems so daunting.
Well, dropping all the episodes at once.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I hate waiting a week
See,
for an episode.
for me, I don't even know if I necessarily would do it by the week, but every couple days or something. Because if I start a show, I feel like I gotta keep going, and
But I
just don't
plan
have
my
that time,
like
man.
I'll do it like if I know it's coming out, like that's what my weekend's going to be like, or that's what my Sunday is going to be. So I like that.
Yeah, I've been forced to watch Outer Banks for the last 2 days, so that's how that's going. Anyway,
Anywho, what's up next in the news?
terrible show. Speaking of a movie that Dustin was talking about earlier, how much he loved it, Insidious, out of the further debuts with $25.3 million at the box office or in the U.S. and then $60 million worldwide on an $18 million budget, which, you know, I'm the budget guy around here when I remember. And unfortunately for Dustin,
Yeah.
that probably means we're getting another Insidious movie, brother, just looking at that. Because it's not done making money, man. So that's looking at another Insidious. Lynn Shay's still around, Bubba. Lynn Shay's still around.
Man, she's over 80. She's a legend. I love Lynn Shay.
I do too.
Wait till you see how she's in this movie, Nico.
Dude, I bet it's not going to be very good. But I mean, it wasn't good how they used her in the Red Door either.
Yeah.
She was like a ghost at the very end. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I find it oddly specific that I was given this one, but I'll announce this news.
I thought the same thing.
I just noticed. I was like, hey, shout out to the Ken folks. Steven Yen set to star in new series Pagans on Netflix. A father becomes the sole caretaker of his two children after the tragic loss of his wife. Dustin would never take care of his kids, so shout out to Steven Yen. What starts as a strained father-daughter relationship soon evolves into something far more sinister. And that sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know why it's called Pagans.
Yeah. Not pagans, so calm down. I like you said, Nico, me too. I struggle to get into shows. I just don't care about watching shows anymore. But
yeah,
the premise of that one sounds good. Plus, I love Steven Yeun. So
yep,
I mean, I even went to see that crappy movie he was doing with Kristen Stewart called Love Me.
Glenn.
So I'll see it. This one, we've had some talk about some horror-related snacks and beverages lately.
Yes.
This one's right up my alley.
Oh, yeah.
Pabst Blue Ribbon, my favorite beer, and Jason Voorhees, my favorite slasher, are collaborating for a limited Jason Voorhees 12-pack. It rolls into stores in September and will run through November 13th. So I'm definitely going to go try to pick up a 12-pack of that. I'll probably drink 11 of them and keep one in the can forever.
Hell yeah. Dude, I'm all over that. That sounds... And look, Michael ended up on an IPA. I like IPAs okay, but I'd rather have a PBR, brother. So yeah. I'm with you on that. Jason ended up with the better beer, for sure. Well, I haven't tried the Michael one yet. I did see it in my local food line, though.
That's cool.
So I may have to pick that up. So Richard Kelly is writing a Donnie Darko sequel book called The Philosophy of Time Travel. Plans to use it as a springboard to bring the cast back together, for a sequel movie, which I found interesting because probably not going to read that book, brother. But a sequel to Donnie Darko, I would definitely check out. Could you imagine Jake Gyllenhaal coming back? That's crazy.
Yes.
It's too late to me, but
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Donnie Darko, loved that movie. Like I think we all gave it high scores. It's a good movie. But the window,
dude, you were on it that night. Pause. You were on fire the Donnie Darko episode.
I blacked out. Don't even remember. But the window is closed, brother. Like, this is what I've talked about it earlier on this episode. I've talked about it for years. When you announce a sequel this many years later, it just feels such like a desperate cash grab. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully it's awesome if it gets greenlit. And yes, I'll watch it.
But
I mean, there was a...
Yes.
Go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, sometimes yes, but sometimes no, because I don't feel like Beetlejuice was a cash grab. That movie had a lot of love and care put into it by the people that made that movie, I think.
It did.
I like Beetlejuice.
I think,
me too.
I think both can be true. You can put out a good product and care about it, but it also can be like,
Yeah.
hey, sequels and requels and reboots are
Brother.
popping right now. Let's get this money.
Yeah, very
Sean
true.
Topanga and Eric Matthews are doing a whole podcast about the show they were on. I mean,
Yeah.
still. And they finished that show, so they're starting the other
Dude,
show that they were all on
dude,
together.
that's
So,
just
like,
smart,
yeah, you
though.
could do it forever.
For
Oh,
them to
it's
do a
100%.
podcast about that, that's so smart. Like I told
Yeah.
Kathleen Kenmont to get on TikTok. Like I was like, just you can blow up on that app just by answering fan questions about being on Halloween and Bride of Reanimator. Just like you can do that very easily if you just stay committed to it. But I don't know if she ever did or not.
Topanga turned that show, her name's Danielle, but I'm going to call her Topanga for the sake of this, turned that show into a literally like the queen. She's like the Ryan Seacrest of podcasts now. Like she hosts fucking everything, dude. And they put their podcast on Disney Plus.
She's got a sneaker collection too. That's really impressive.
She's also a massive
Huge
wrestling
fan.
Yeah, buddy.
Topanga
Nice.
housing.
Shout out to Panga. Whew.
This is some cool
Anyway.
news. Horror icon Dan Stevens. We've seen him in movies like Cuckoo, Abigail, that Al Pacino exorcism movie. What was that called, Dustin? The Ritual.
The
We saw
ritual.
him in that. We saw him in that last year. He's set to star in Prime Video series RoboCop as Alex Murphy in RoboCop. I have not seen RoboCop movie. Is that any good?
Dang it, Nico. I was going to ask you what your favorite RoboCop movie was.
Come on now.
So there's 4 movies, and then they did a remake in 2014. The first 2 core memories I got. I remember watching them as a kid when I was way too young to watch the first one, especially it's rated R. And then I think they switched to PG-13. Actually, no, second one's rated R as well. But yeah, that's cool. That is cool. Shout out to Dan Stevens. We are fans of his. So awesome.
Absolutely.
But anywho, Ridley Scott.
Internet's
confirmed there
beating
is
our
a-
ass today.
Yeah, it's not doing good. Technology is good when it's good, though. Confirmed a sequel to Alien Covenant is in the works, centered around Michael Fassbender's David. The Alien franchise is a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but I mean,
I know Dustin's excited for another Alien Covenant movie by
Yeah, I
Ridley
mean,
Scott, I bet.
I like the TV show.
The TV show was good, and Romulus was good.
Yeah,
But
TV
Covenant-
show's
Aliens is also good.
I got no desire to watch the show again.
Covenant
Oh,
just
man.
yeah, it was no, so I said it was good. I didn't say it was great. It was good. But Romulus, I mean, Kaylee Spade.
Romulus was,
Kaylee Spade.
I mean, the movie was just good too.
Oh yeah, that's true. David Johnson was good. Covenant was one of those that just, like I said, when I did that Alien watch through and watched them all, and then you a-holes made me review one of the movies, so I had to watch it again. I'm just not a fan of the franchise, and now you're doing a sequel to Covenant. When you phrase it like that, so it has nothing to do with Romulus, which is what I liked. Ridley Scott's coming back to direct it. I liked what was his name? Fede Alvarez. He did Romulus, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like Fede's a lot more. Ridley Scott, he makes
And I think
Alien-
Romulus would have been even better without interference from
Yeah.
Ridley.
Ridley directing these. So maybe he's not directing it. I don't know. Maybe he's just helming it. I don't know. Producing it. But if he's directing it, man, he makes Alien movies boring to me. Like, they are so boring. I love Michael Fassbender. He is one of the most underrated actors there are. His character in that movie was fine. I just did not care for Covenant. And this is going to be a 2.5.
Is Covenant related to Prometheus?
Yeah. It's the
Okay.
sequel to Prometheus, I believe. Or maybe that's backwards. But anyway, it's going to be a 2.5 hour snooze fest to me.
Whew.
That's fair. I don't disagree.
So,
Moving on, this is going to be my film review in November. I'm actually really excited to revisit this movie. I ordered the Blu-ray off of A24's website.
nice.
Me and Dustin are both A24 members. And, dude, like that membership basically pays for itself a lot of times because they give you $5 credit every month. I had $25 credit when I decided to cash in. So I bought the drama and I bought this movie, Backrooms. Super excited to review Backrooms in a couple months, but it will be hitting HBO Max on September 25th. So if you haven't seen it, just a few more weeks, about a month actually, and you can check it out. I think Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Dustin. After all these TikTok like edits I've seen with the, I can't remember his name in the movie, but Chiwetel Ejiofor's character,
Yeah.
I think it's Clark.
Yeah.
Like just like really like focusing in on like the things he says and like the situation his life is in. I'm excited to revisit that movie with a new perspective. It's like that shit might shoot it way up the board for me this year.
Yeah, I think your score is going to go up on a rewatch. Mine may as well because I enjoyed it, but I think watching it a second time, having seen it and having expectations, and then plus seeing all the, like you said, the TikTok edits and
dude,
just isolated performances, isolated clips of his performance, I think I'm gonna like it more.
And I saved a comment on TikTok on like I DM'd it to myself so I can read it. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. That shit about had me choking up. I was like, damn, this is a good ass comment. It hit me in the feels, man. But anyway, we'll move on before I start crying like a little bitch. Go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to A24's subscription, whatever you want to call it. I got, like you said, they give you $5 credit every month just for being a member. So I got Eddington. Shout out to Ari Aster. I got that Blu-ray for free. And then on your birthday, they send you a email saying, "Hey, happy birthday! Pick something for free from this list on our shop." So I got Materialist for free on my birthday this month. Yeah. Speaking of ready to hurt,
Yeah.
I put this on. I didn't know where to put this. I could have talked about it in the new releases scene because that's when I saw these. But I saw a few new trailers that I want to talk about. I don't know the release dates on any of these movies, so I didn't put it in the upcoming movies this week because they don't come out this week. But I saw 3 new trailers that I want to mention. The first one is called Beware Boyuna. Beware Boyuna. It's from Lionsgate, stars Logan Marshall Green, a.k.a. Tom Hardy's doppelganger, and Jessica Roth. It's about a team of doctors in the Amazon who encounter a huge predator called the Boyuna. It looks decent. Like the trailer, the way the trailer's cut, definitely seems like it's going to be a tense, action-packed horror movie. But it also kind of looks like an Anaconda variant. So I don't really know what to expect. I don't know if you guys have seen that trailer. Check it out.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I don't know. The second one is called Victorian Psycho. It's from Bleecker Street, starring Micah Monroe and Thomasin McKenzie. Shout out to her. Last Night in Soho. It's about a governess who's possessed and obsessed with becoming a part of the family that she's living with. Looks absolutely awful.
Does it? Dang, that's disappointing.
Dude, you may like it. I'll just be honest with you. It seems very quirky, and it doesn't seem like it's sticking to one specific type of horror movie. And Micah Monroe's performance looks very quirky, and the jury's out on her. I've got my eye on her next couple roles. I thought she was phenomenal in Long Legs, but then I saw her in, what was that movie, Reminders of Him? Hated it.
You liked It Follows.
I did like her in It Follows. But
she's really good in the movie Watcher too.
Hated it. And then what was that movie? Was it Villains?
Yeah.
So I didn't think she was great in Villains. The movie was fun. It was an okay movie. But jury's out on Micah Monroe. I expected her to really take off after Long Legs, and everything I've seen her in since then, she hasn't been up to that standard. So,
the movie she was in earlier, I saw In Cold Light, was fucking terrible. She wasn't bad, but the movie was awful.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. But Reminders of Him, dog shit. Sorry, Nico. And then the last one that I saw,
don't mind that movie.
The last one that I saw a trailer for,
I did see this trailer,
is from Hades Films. Never heard of them. So independent horror, I guess. It's called the Influencer Project. Influencer. God, why can I not say that?
Influencer Project.
Influencer Project. It's an interesting premise. It's about an influencer who's being stalked. She goes to, I think, Denmark or something.
Yeah, I did see that.
And she notices that like the same person's popping up in her lives and leaving a bunch of comments and basically stalking her. Interesting premise. But it looks so cheaply made. It looks poorly written. It looks poorly acted. The editing in the trailer looked awful. So we'll see. I will watch that movie. But man, that one and Victorian Psycho, I am not looking forward to seeing either of those movies. So if you see, listeners, if you see those trailers and you have a different opinion, maybe you took something away that I didn't, let us know.
for sure. I added this one at just recently because I shared it on our Instagram stories, but I forgot to put it down here. But Halloween, Mike 1, 2, and 3 will return to theaters September 4th for the first one, September 5th for Halloween 2, and September 6th for Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. That's really cool.
I agree.
I kind of wish they would have did it later in September, maybe early October, but early September is just a little early.
The whole franchise does that all the time. I'm like, why are we doing this? Stop doing this.
I may have to go. I may have to slide and watch those in theater though, because that's cool.
I wish there was a triple.
I've seen
play
the first
option.
one.
I haven't seen any of them on the big screen.
I'd go watch all 3 back to back to back.
I would too if they did it.
Yeah, if they did it.
Nah, I wouldn't.
All right.
Oh, shit.
We'll jump into our mailbag part. Right. I got 2 questions, 2 on Instagram. Dana Tucker 73 asks a good question. Are there any movies, if you were to review again, that you would give a lower or higher rating for? Lower, I'm sure there's plenty of movies I've thought like revisiting, like lower. Yeah, I'd definitely go lower.
Definitely.
Can't remember off the top of my head, but like higher. Texas Chainsaw Massacre OG. I think I gave that a 9.5. I might go higher on that one. I gave Pearl a 9.5. I'd go 10 on that one. Just off the top of my head. Yeah, any of y'all got anything?
So I joined the show after you guys had already started it. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to rate movies based on like the technical aspect or how much I liked them.
Right.
And then eventually I figured out, I'm just going to do like a mix. Like part of the pie chart is how well it's made. Part of it's how much I liked it. Yep. And so, there's a lot of those early on. Like I think I retroactively, because you guys reviewed Scream before I joined the show. And then I rewatched all the movies that y'all had reviewed before I joined and gave them scores retroactively. I gave Scream like a really low score. And it wasn't really low. I think it was like a 6.5 or a 7, something like that. Because I wasn't looking at it from how much do I enjoy it. I love Scream. And then we did re-review that one, right?
Yeah, we re-reviewed.
So I rectified my Scream score, but I kind of screwed myself though with how I rated that one, because then I think we did Scream 2 before we re-reviewed Scream 1, and I was like, well, I got to score this based on how I scored Scream. So they're all out of whack. Also, Psycho.
Yep. I gave you like Psycho a lot more.
I like Psycho a lot, and I was unfair in my score. So they do exist.
I may go lower on Psycho if we could redo that one.
Get out of here.
Oh, jeez, of course.
But to be seriously though, I would give Scream 4 and Scream 5 a higher rating. I think I gave both of them a 6, maybe 6.5 something. I'd be higher on both of them. I really enjoy both of those now.
As you got, honestly, I would go opposite, just because. God damn! Every time you drink that Gatorade, I would go opposite because I was way too nice and generous early on. I was almost not scared. It's not the right word, but nervous about giving something too low of a score.
I feel you on that.
And so
didn't want to hurt each other's feelings too if we didn't love a movie.
Yeah, so I give out some scores that I wouldn't do now for sure. But I don't give a fuck if somebody doesn't like my score. So you just learn and grow that over time. So there's definitely some I'd go that way. The one I would be less harsh about, I just think I was in a bad mood. You guys know I was in a bad mood a lot at that time. I would not go as low on Thanksgiving as I did. I think about that randomly a lot.
Yeah, I would go higher on that one too. That one's fun, actually.
I would give it. I think I give it like a -4 or something. Like that's such a dick thing. Why did I do that? That's dumb. So I would definitely rescore that in like the low. It'd still be low, but it wouldn't be that. Like that's I even gave Rubber a 0, I believe, or like a 0.5 or whatever I did.
I was way too high on the Human Centipede.
Oh, -6.66.
-6.66. That's way too high.
Speaking of Psycho, I can't wait till I pick the Vince Vaughn remake next year. Just a heads up.
I'm down for it.
I got one more. Niece _384 asked, are any of you guys in the paranormal ghost hunting shows? I do not watch any of them personally.
I don't like any reality TV. Like wrestling is the only reality TV I get because it's all scripted. Even the ones that have some real stuff happen, it's all scripted. No, I just don't get into them.
I dated someone that kind of was really into them at one point, so I'm familiar, but I'm just not as you guys know, and it's not against anybody and what they like, but just not my thing. Not a paranormal ghost guy, spirits guy. I don't know.
I do know that if you are into those, Shotzi Blackheart and Scarlett Bordeaux,
Yeah.
professional wrestlers, they do one together. Like they talk about that stuff, and then they go to
Oh.
other places.
Scarlett Bordeaux.
Well, I know
does?
you love Shotzi
Scar-
and her
and I
in-ring ability, and
Love Shotzi. I do love Shotzi. I geeked out when I saw her at WrestleCon this year.
since when?
Her looks, brother.
Well, I was talking about her in-ring performance. I thought you loved
she
it.
improved. She improved a lot. She's still not. This isn't a wrestling show, but anyway, I haven't watched it, but I know they do it, and I have been meaning to watch it just to check it out.
Yeah.
But check that out if you're a fan of those and haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's just not my thing personally.
Yeah, just not me.
That's all I got for Instagram. I don't think we had anything on
Nope.
X and Facebook.
Nope.
That wraps up. Dust, any final thoughts?
I don't guess so. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
tuning
Mike
in.
from South Carolina wants to know, what's your favorite Dolly Parton song?
Oh,
Islands on the
9 to 5.
Stream.
Oh shit, yeah,
Jolene.
that one.
Mine's Jolene. I do like Islands in the Stream a lot,
Islands on
though.
the Stream. I used to,
do
man, when I was a kid, my mom had that on cassette tape. It was a single. And I wore that cassette tape out, just that song over and over and over. But anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in. This is another cycle of news here on DGOT News. We'll see you next week. Good night, Shotzi Blackheart.